Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mugello for round number 9 of the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. What a morning it is. The sun is shining. 36 cars are in the pit lane and we are ready to go for 20 minutes of qualifying, which will decide the grid for the second race later. If you missed yesterday, where on earth were you? We crowned our first ever champion in Gregor Sorsi, the ART driver, drove to 5th place to crown himself the first ever champion of the series with 3 races to go. There is Alex Quinn. Sadly, we didn't see a huge amount of him yesterday. 14th place. It's his first ever time here, along with Arden Motorsport. But they proved they have a fast car underneath them. William Alatalo, the 8 car next to him, drove to a very impressive 4th place. So let's see if Alex, who sits 8th in the championship, can turn things round a little bit today. The first car we see is Hadrian David. Unfortunately, he was caught up in the incident yesterday where we lost Mari Boyer, we lost also Dino Beganovic, Franco Colapinto, teammate of Kaz Havercourt, who we look at now, and unfortunately Hadrian David had to come into the pit lane to repair a front wing, which meant Gregor Sorsi could comfortably go and crown himself the champion. Kaz Havercourt took another point. He added to the points finishes he has this season. He has a couple of them so far. He got a 7th back at Paul Ricard and a 6th, which was his best result of this season. Oliver Goethe, the other MP Motorsport driver, now on your screens. He had a good run yesterday, 15th place for Oliver Goethe. I think he would have taken that after a bit of a disappointing Valencia, which he was telling me about on Friday. A lot of things went wrong for him there. But I went to speak to our champion, Gregor Sorsi, yesterday. He was very, very happy, as you can imagine, but also very, very focused. He's not taking his eye off the ball. He said to me, there's 3 more races. We can go and get 3 more victories. His main goal now is to help ART win the team's championship, and they are in a very close battle with RHGP for that. Axel Noss now on screens. He finished 26th yesterday. He'll be hoping to get closer to that top 20 today, I'm sure. Mechanic giving us a stare, I think that was. Not a smile or anything else, just a stare. There we go. Axel Noss, hopefully in a bit of a better mood, getting ready to go out on circuit. Now here's Zay Maloney. Sadly, RHGP, for RHGP fans, sadly, they're just struggling this weekend. Zay Maloney was the best RHGP finisher yesterday. Finished in 11th place with Isaac Hadjar, his teammate, just behind him in 12th place. Not too sure what it is that's going wrong down there, because they are usually one of the front runners. They are usually the team to beat, hence they have been leading the team's championship. They've been very closely followed by ART, who have also led it at times. But ART and RSGP fighting it out. Zay Maloney is in the fight for 2nd in the championship as well. Here is a man on form, Gabriel Bortoletto. Another good result for him yesterday. His 3rd rookie win of the season. His 3rd rookie win in the last 3 rounds as well. Since he got that 7th in the first race at Red Bull Ring, he's had a 2nd and then a 9th and a 6th as well. His worst finish since then, since the Red Bull Ring, has been an 11th place. So he is one of the inform mans. I don't think infam is a phrase that exists. Let's go through what happens now in the championship, because we had a bit of a dramatic day. So Gregor Sorsi is champion. There's no beating him now. It is confirmed. Hadrian David, as the green flag waves, and RHGP hold. Usually we see everyone go out onto the track. I'll come back to the championship. One thing I should say is it's very, very cold out there this morning. Yes, the sun is shining, and in about an hour or so I think it'll be really nice. But the jackets are on. Ignore the shorts, mechanics just do that. The jackets are on because it is cold out there. So some drivers are probably going to let others go out there and try and put some temperature into the track, because nothing has been on track here at Mugello this morning. We are the first cars on circuit. which means the track is going to be incredibly cold. So some drivers might let others go out. I think RHGP and Prema look like they're doing that. Let these guys go out, try and put some temperature into the track, and then we'll follow. But on the flip side, these guys want to start getting their tyres up to temperature, because that might take a little bit longer than it usually does. It usually takes a good couple of laps. Maybe it's going to take 3 or 4 laps. So Michael Belov there. He finished in second yesterday. Your finishers, I'll come back to the championship in just a second. Let's go through exactly how it finished. So yesterday the race was won by Paul Aron. He took his first win of the season. He was closely followed by Michael Belov, who we saw there in the 30. David Vidales of Prema was on the podium for the 3rd time this season. William Alatalo for Arden was 4th. Gregoire Saucy, our champion, was 5th. Gabriel Bortoletto was top rookie in 6th. Pietro Deligoanti had a great run. He finished 7th. Gianluca Petkov got his best result since returning. He was 8th. I think that makes him one to watch today. I really do. Reigning champion, don't forget. Gabriele Mini was 9th. And then we had Kaz Havercourt in 10th. Now, in terms of the championship, Gregor Saucy is our champion. Hadrian David is 2nd in the championship on 161 points. Then we have Zane Maloney, 12 points back on 149 points. Paul Aron, with that win, is now on 146 points, having jumped up to 4th. And then we have Isaac Hajar, who is on 123 points, and the lead rookie in the fight for the rookie title. Then we have Franco Colapinto on 116 points. Then it's Gabriele Mini on 112 points. Gabriele Mini is 2nd in the rookies. He's closed the gap from what was 13 points to Isaac Hajar to just 11. Then it's Alex Quinn on 104. Then it's David Vidales on 101. And rounding up the top 10 is Michael Belov on 98. It's very, very close indeed. It really is. We've got about 60 points, between 63 points exactly, between 2nd and 10th in the championship. And when you think 25 is for a win, that's not a lot of points at all. It can close very, very quickly. Gabriel Bortoletto was once 21st in this championship. He's 14th. Michael Belov wasn't even in this championship. He had 0 points going into Zandvoort. He's now 10th. Paul Aron had dropped down to 6th or 7th. All of a sudden, he's back in 4th again. Franco Colapinto, another driver. He had no points going into Zandvoort, and he is now 6th. So just as impressive as Michael Belov has done in terms of points, Franco Colapinto has done even better. So any one of those drivers could get on the podium, in the championship podium. If Hadrian David has a bad one today, things could close up very, very quickly. Okay, the 13 is Yassin Ferrati, a DNF for him, unfortunately, yesterday. He took a spin coming out of turn number 3. Very easily done, and Yassin Ferrati, unfortunately, had to come into the pits after that. I said it yesterday, I hope some good fortunes really do go his way. There's Pietro Deligoanti from Monolite. I've got to say, incredibly impressive. Pietro Deligoanti, there's been drivers, and I don't mean this in a bad way to the Monolite team, but they've had a lot of swaps in that team, with drivers coming in and out. Now they're with Jose Garfias, who will be there to the end of the season. But Pietro Deligoanti has had to deal with a lot of change on the other side of the garage. Yet he stayed very focused, and he has managed to take that car largely on his own into the top 10. Here's the number 13, as we said, of Ferrati. We're getting some more cars on track now. Looking at my track map, it is getting very busy out there. The only ones I don't think we're seeing, well, in fact, I think we're pretty much seeing everyone now out on to the track, which is good. We've got most cars out there. As I remind you, 36 cars. In the very first race back at Imola, we had 35 cars. One mainly because Franco Colapinto wasn't able to make it, so that meant we didn't have 36. But we had a huge, huge grid entered for that first race. Here, at round 9, we have 36 on track together. And that is going to be it was a fantastic sight yesterday as they charged down towards turn number 1. Unfortunately, there was an incident at that first corner. But it was a good sign nonetheless. I'm looking forward to seeing it again when we go green at 2:40 here at Mugello. That last corner, walking into the track this morning, just speaking with some of the guys, that is a large drop down at that final corner. From the entry to the exit, the elevation change is huge. So getting that last corner right is actually more difficult than it looks, because you're picking up speed coming off the last corner anyway. Oh dear, Vidales there going for a move in towards the first corner, and it almost went very south. But you're going to pick up a lot of pace coming out of that final corner anyway. And when you're full throttle, that kind of doubles, doesn't it? So yeah, let's see how it goes today. Now, they were in the 142s in qualifying yesterday. We are well off that pace. We've done a 153 quickest. So the qualifying session has kind of been cut in half, really. I know that sounds quite bizarre because we had cars out on track from the green light, but we haven't had a realistic time. We saw a lot of the drivers went out, came straight back in again. That's because they thought the track's too cold, come back in and maybe wait and just cut the session in half. Usually they'd go out, do a stint, come in, change tyres in some cases, and then go back out and do another stint. That's usually how it goes, but that's not the case today. They're going to be taking a long, long time just to get the tyres up to temperature. Then they're going to go for it. So yeah, this is going to be a fascinating session. It's going to be about 10 minutes worth of qualifying, I'd say. Looking at the timing screens, no one has set a realistic time yet. What is a realistic time, though, in this session, I don't know. Is it going to be a 142 or is it going to be a 143? Hard to say at this moment in time. The Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine is very unpredictable. Drivers with times on the boards are Ferrati, Nos, Duke Majan over from the United States. He is in 6th place. There's more time start to filter in. We have the likes of Bardin, Yongar, Fierce, Pesha, but drivers are now setting times, mostly the ones you see on screen. So Aron, David there in 2nd as well, and the likes of Hajar, Beganovic and Vidales. But we're at about 7 seconds off where we were yesterday. We had some great racing when we were racing yesterday. We did have a couple of safety cars, but the racing we did have was very, very good, and it proved that we can overtake here, because we had drivers overtaking through chicanes into these corners here, dropping down towards turn number 6, which was a fascinating sight. And we also had drivers overtaking out of the last corner, into the last corner, and into the first corner, and out of the first corner. It was really, really great to watch. Nicola Marinangeli, it was a real shame for him yesterday. He was running in 21st, I think it was, basically in and around the top 20, largely where he was at Valencia. And unfortunately, Nicola Marinangeli, we had a safety car which led to a one-lap shootout, and unfortunately Nicola Marinangeli took a spin coming out of Arrabbiata 2, very easily done on cold tyres, and that dropped him down to 30th. Not the result he deserves, but let's see how he can get on today. He's definitely building confidence as we get to the lower end of the season. Here is Pietro Deligoanti from Model Light Racing. Right, here we go through Arrabbiata 1 and 2. These are usually flat out. Couldn't quite hear if it was flat out that time, but Pietro Deligoanti just building it up right now. Beganovic has done a 147. People who are going to be quick, really pushing at this stage, should be quick when the track is up to temperature as well. But as you can see, Deligoanti, even though he's 1.5 seconds up, he's still taking time to just bed those tyres in. Championship-wise, one thing we are going to watch out for today is that fight for the rookie title. The way it works is overall points, class as rookie points as well. So you don't get a separate point system for rookies. That means Isaac Hajar's on 123 and Gabriele Mini's on 112. 11 points between them. It's going to be a great fight. We have the young Red Bull Junior of Isaac Hajar, and then Gabriele Mini, the reigning Italian F4 champion. It's been a brilliant battle to watch all year, and it's going to be a brilliant battle to watch all the way to the flag as well. Here's Andrea Rosso. Good run for him yesterday in the 19 in that FA racing car. The predominantly blue colours. He finished in 17th yesterday. But, oh no, we have a queue forming. Right, now this was the problem at times yesterday. Axel Noss was on a flyer there, and everyone's queuing up into that final corner. 5.2 kilometres this circuit, yet we all find ourselves queuing up at the final corner. Doesn't make sense, does it? But that's just how it goes. There we see Delano Van Hoff in the number 77. He finished in 25th yesterday. Had his very first race in a Formula Regional car back at Valencia. Here to try and improve on that this time. Get himself ready for a run next season, perhaps. Well, Axel Noss with his lap ruined, he's going to back out. Okay, times are coming in now. We've just seen our first big realistic time come in. Dino Beganovic has done a 1:42.5. Spoke to Dino yesterday, and he said to me, I know I could have got pole. I know I could have got pole. He was, of course, very disappointed, but he thinks he's quick enough to take pole. He was second yesterday. He's in a provisional pole so far. Kaz Haverkort's gone second, 1:42.655. Paul Aron's gone to third. Hadjar up to fourth, then it's Maloney in fifth. David Megatunif, the French driver, first weekend in Formula Regional. He's seventh. Then it's Cohen, Flutzer, Rosso rounds out your top 10. Just outside it, Marinangeli, Vidales, Goethe, Bardignon and Ferrati. Timing screens lighting up, going quicker. We have Aron, Hadjar, Maloney, David, all going quicker through the first sector. Beganovic going quicker as well. It looks like Aron is quickest on circuit. They've all gone quickest through that first sector. Deligoanti's gone to the top. Pietro Deligoanti has gone to provisional pole, 1:42.508. Seventh yesterday, could he improve? Let's follow Dino Beganovic up to the line then in the 17. There's his teammate, Paul Aron, winner yesterday, of course. Adrian David behind these guys is going quicker. Gabriele Mini's gone to fifth, Colin Pinto to fourth, Quinn has gone to 12th, and Van Hoff to 17th, but we are watching Beganovic up to the line. Is he going to go to provisional pole? Let's see him across the line. Dino Beganovic, can he do it? Yes, he can. But how long will he be there? Because behind, Paul Aron is about to cross the line, and he goes second by 7 thousandths of a second, and David goes to third. Take a breath. Dino Beganovic is in provisional pole in the 17. He's going to have a cool down lap now, and then he's going to go for it again. Aron's gone to second, David in third, Gabriel Bortoletto, you can see to the left of screen, has gone to fourth. Then it's Deligoanti, who is on to go third quickest on this lap. Then we have Belov, Haverkort. Now behind that, Colapinto's going quicker, Mini is going quicker, but quickest of anyone is Gregor Sorsi. He's gone quickest through the first and second sector. Mari Boyer also going very quickly as well. And just like that, we pick up Gregor Sorsi coming into the final corner. Francesco Pizzi goes to 12th. William Alatalo to 11th. Gianluca Petikov into the top 10 like he was yesterday. Deligoanti to third. What about Gregor Sorsi? He is on your screen, and Gregor Sorsi is going to go to pole position. 1:42.071. They are really getting up to speed now, aren't they? But the timing screens are just lighting up. It's impossible to keep up with. So, Mini's gone up to 8th. Boyer has gone up to 4th place. Quinn into the top 10. He needs the top 10 today. He is 9th. Colapinto is 4th. Okay, out of the top 10 is Isaac Hadjar, but he's on a lap that could bring him into the top 10. He's currently in 14th place. Down the field, do we have anyone coming up? Yes, Axel Noss. He's just gone to 19th place. That's a good time. Sami Megatunif is also looking quicker on this lap. He's currently down in 24th place. And Vidales needs to get a move on. Vidales all the way down in 23rd. He is on a quicker lap, but nowhere near what he is capable of. You can just see he's gone to 19th, but he really needs to get a move on. He was on the podium yesterday. That said, this might be part of the plan for David Vidales. Sami Megatunif goes up into 20 seconds. This is Ido Cohen on screen now, and he is not improving. He's about to start a flyer on this lap, the number 33. There's Flutzer, Goethe there with Duke Majan in the tow, and then we have the number 25 of Bardignon next. Duke Majan currently in 30th. He was over 3 seconds back at one stage in qualifying yesterday. He is now within 2 seconds back. That's very, very impressive. He's knocked off over a second and a half already this weekend in just 2 qualifying sessions. Well done to Alias Dukmajian. But we've still got time to go, and he's still got time to improve on that. Okay, Michael Belov is the man on the move now. Hopefully we'll pick him up. He's in the number 30, and Michael Belov is about to get himself well inside the top 10 here. Kaz Havakor also in a place to potentially get himself inside the top 10. Just trying to see if I can pick out Michael Belov. He's gone through the first sector there, you can see. That's him coming out of the final corner. Here he comes up to the line, the G4 Racing driver in the black and white colours, the number 30, Michael Belov. Where is he going to go with this time? It's going to be 5th, so a good time, but he can do even better than that. So he's going to go off for another run. Where is Kaz Havakor? Because he would... Oh, Paul Aron, I have to stop myself because Paul Aron there in the 1 has just gone quickest. So a response there from Aron, but we got a boxing fight going on because now it's Gregor Sorcy's turn to fight back from his corner. He's gone quickest through the first sector. The number 26 is absolutely flying. So is Franco Colapinto. He's gone quickest through the first sector, and he's even quicker than Gregor Sorcy. Belov's on a cool-down lap. Ignore him. Axel Noss is on a flyer. He hasn't come through the first sector yet, so I'm not too sure if he's going quicker on this lap. But we need to go and find some... Well, in fact, Sorcy, I'm going to stop myself because Sorcy has gone slower through split 2. So it's over to Franco Colapinto. He's now the man we need to watch. Franco Colapinto is on to improve, but quicker than anyone is Mari Boya. We'll see them coming down the start-finish straight shortly, I'm sure, but Mari Boya is about to potentially take pole position here. Of course, he had that incident at turn 1 yesterday. What can he do today? I'm just going to have a look out of the window. Here he comes, Mari Boya up to the line. Where's this going to put him? He was on to go quickest. He goes 5th, so he loses a little bit of time, and we've got a red flag. Red flag is flying here at Mugello, and that will be that for qualifying. I think they may just get a chance to do one more lap. Oh no, not again. It's Yassin Ferrati. What a shame. What a shame. He's had a spin yesterday, Yassin Ferrati, and unfortunately he's given it everything in qualifying today, and Yassin Ferrati is in the gravel. Usually, I'd say at this stage of the session, they'll call it, but I don't want to say that with complete certainty yet. If they're gonna try and get one more lap in, it's going to be an absolute race out of the pit lane because there's 2 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock. It takes 1 minute and 41 seconds if you're absolutely flying around the pit lane. So it's going to be down to who's placed at the front of the pits. It goes in championship order. So right at the front, we have the likes of our Premers, R-Race, and also ART. The pit lane order is put in at the very start of the season. So right down the front are the likes of R-Race and also ART. Premer are down there as well. But it's the guys at the back just don't know if they're going to get round in time. We're preparing for another lap here down at Premer. They all are. If they can get round to do one more, then they're going to go for it. But your order, because it got pretty hectic, didn't it there? Aron is on for provisional pole. He will be on to take his 2nd pole of the season. That was his first yesterday, his first pole and his first win, the Mercedes junior driver. There you can see R-Race leading the teams. Standings, they are at the front, then it's ART, then it's Premer, and then it's Arden behind that. But Paul Aron is currently leading. 80 thousandths of a second behind is Sorcy. Then it's Beganovic in 3rd. Colapinto is in 4th place. Boya in 5th place, so another good qualifying for him. Another good qualifying for Beganovic. He's on to be the top rookie. Then behind that, we have, behind Boyer in 5th, we have Belov. Havercourt, again, a good result. Deligoanti likewise. David struggling slightly by his standards. Bortoletto 10th. Quinn just outside of the top 10 again. Likewise, Mini and Hadjar. Petikov as well. Then we have Alatalo, Maloney, and it's coming up on my screen that this session will not restart. It will not restart. So that is confirmation of qualifying 2. Paul Aron takes pole position from Gregor Saucy in 2nd place. Dino Beganovic finishes in 3rd place. Colapinto in 4th place. Then we have Boyer in 5th place. Belov in 6th place. Havercourt in 7th. Deligoanti in 8th. David in 9th. Bortoletto in 10th. Quinn in 11th. Then after that, Mini in 12th. Hadjar in 13th. Petikov in 14th. Alatalo in 15th. Maloney in 16th. And it's Pizzi, Rosso, Cohen, Vidales down in 20th will be one to watch in the race. Nos, Pescia, Vanthoff, Megatunev, Fluxa, Barrichello, Pasma, Garfias, Gola, Marinangeli, then Duke Major, Goethe, Smith, Ferrati, Bardignon and Bula. That is the provisional result. If there's any ramifications from the red flag coming out, we will confirm that when we go racing later on. And you can join us for that race at 2:40 local time here at Mugello. Until then, it is goodbye. Then Quinn, Mini, Hadjar, Petikov, Alatalo, Maloney, Pizzi, Rosso, Cohen, Vidales. It looks better when I talk through them on screen, doesn't it? I thought I'd go without it, but I'm going to come back for a few seconds. Nos, Pescia, Vanthoff, Megatunev, Fluxa, Barrichello, Pasna, Garfias, Gola, Marinangeli. Then outside of the top 30, it is Duke Mage and Goethe, Smith, Bardignon, Ferrati and Bula. I'm afraid this time it really is goodbye. We will see you at 2:40 local time here in Mugello. Until then, from all of us, it's goodbye.